Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but a Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a Galu. The hardest blood on my tongue. Thinking is a warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Then throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A versus thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the planks, you use Decepticons. Straight rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can throw they like. Up in the storage and I'm E-Man. Up, down, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans get defeated. Hot in the ride, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy ball. Bad attitude like Maracas, my whole to the A. And I bet you can't stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
This is a test. This station is conducting...
What's up? I do apologize. I had complete technical difficulties on my end trying to get the show going. But good morning. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, go ahead and get up because the early bird gets the worm. Today, since, I was out of commission since Wednesday, I've seen a lot of chatter going on, a lot of stuff going on over this weekend. And one person in particular that I'm going to discuss is my man MT. Mastertainment. Y'all can tag him in this if you're on X too, because this is not a diss. This is just I'm not dissing the man because the man can have his own opinion, but it's just a reminder of what you could be setting back for somebody set up. And when it comes to this whole conversation about T'Challa, it's bigger than the actor is. Always has and always will be, MT. It's always bigger than the actor. It's the character. This is a fictional character. And I'm going to break down why his conversation on Twitter was completely tone deaf and doesn't understand the significance, especially what's going on in America right now, the climate that's going on in right now. There's something that he actually has talked about. We're gonna have to talk about that today. We're gonna have to. And I might be a little feisty today. You know what I'm saying? But it's all not to diss the man. Not diss. I don't know that man from Adam. All I see him on. I seen him on New Rock Stars. I seen him on Heavy Spoilers. I didn't agree with his takes on recasting T'Challa back then, and I damn sure don't believe in it today. But again, this is not a diss to this man. I'm not clowning him or saying he's stupid, he dumb. I basically going to break down his tweets, what he said about recasting T'Challa, and why this is completely tone deaf, in my opinion. So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gang over at the Heavy Gang Reacts channel. But you already know how I do. The real question is, are you
say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
All right. I know that it took a minute for us to get the channel going. My camera was stuck. I had to reset my computer, and my computer took eight years to even just to get up. So yay. But I got some other stuff that I want to discuss with you guys this morning, though. But let me shout out to everybody who is in the chat right now, because we are live. GU Network, what's up? Marley Mar, good morning. Q is not a robot, good morning. Tori and Rain Reloaded, my guy, good morning. Miss Roberta, the church auntie, is up here. Good morning. Yeah, I better not act a fool up here. Only person that can act a fool up here is me. Rashad Walker, good morning. Damon, good morning. Wavy Thames, good morning. Krisha K, good morning. Pris Seta is up here. Good morning. Tina, aka Minty Gasm, good morning. Xavier Phoenix, good morning. Judah Vision, good morning. Andre Ware, good morning. Majid Khan is up here. Good morning. EON, what's up? Good morning. Sam, what's good? Good morning. D Stizzle was up here. Good morning. Savage Cabbage, good morning. My man Master Geek. Hey, check out my man Buckmeister is making his own Black Panther video cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, bro, because seriously, bro, I don't have the I don't have the patience, to do that. But I see that you out here doing it, man. So shout out to you. So make sure that you go and follow my man on Twitter at Buckmeister. You know what I mean? And shout out to him because he does have a YouTube channel. So make sure that you guys check him out. Terrell Austin is up here. Good morning. Robin D, the admin. Good morning. Andre Ware can't wait to taste the biscuits. Like Nate Moore on Survivor, just taste the biscuits. Puma Lee, good morning. And yes, X, I am feeling better stomach, but we'll discuss that in a second. Well, I'm gonna tell you, because I like to be transparent with y'all. Let me see. No, Manji Khan, we got to point out, and the reason we got to point it out is because we can't talk about the climate in America, especially with black people, especially with Charlie Kirk, in the way that Charlie Kirk's death happens, and then they blame us, and then everybody want to go on, and America's just racist, it's still racist, or whatever. And then the blessings of another black man taking on the most powerfulest character in Marvel. Sorry, I got to talk about it. So yes, he already has a big platform. Why not bring him down to this little small one and let him know that why we're seeing what you're doing and it's counterproductive? Sorry, it is. In my humble take. Mika G, good morning. Make sure that you guys are checking out the Cinematic Nightmares podcast too. Stop playing. Make sure you guys are checking it out. And like I said, I'm going to tell y'all now, I don't know MT from a bag of grapes. I don't know this man. Just like when I said what I was saying about the Cosmic Wonder. I don't know Cosmic Wonder. I just didn't like his face when it came to Jonathan Majors. You know what I'm saying? Now, hindsight's 2020, and everybody's looking like Jonathan Majors wouldn't be bad back in the MCU. But we were trying to tell you that from the beginning. And I understand, not trying to hop on the bandwagon. Me and E-Man had that conversation when it came to Jonathan. Because, you know, I didn't like the takes. That's it. It ain't the man, it's the take. And I should be able to have the same opportunity to debate takes just like anybody do. If somebody can make a whole career about pushing rhetoric, then I should be able to have that same opportunity and that same passion to debate said take. I don't see anything wrong with it. You see what I mean? And me and E-Man is cool. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like the take. You know what I'm saying? I thought the take was kind of hindsighted. And we talked about it. We hashed it out. It was all good afterwards. I had no shout out to E-Man. Shout out to, because if it wasn't for him promoting his petition the way that we did, we wouldn't be talking about recasting T'Challa. So I got to give that man much love and respect for that. But it ain't like I'm out here. If I tell you if I'm dissing somebody, if I don't like you, trust me, you'll know. You'll most definitely know. Because you're going to have to block me. Because trust me, there's a few of them I don't like that's out there. I'm not going to give more credence to why I don't like them or their names or whatever, but they know who they are. They know who they are. You know what I mean? I don't fool with you. I don't talk to you. We don't talk. I don't talk. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Peace and vibe power, man. Many blessings to you. If I don't fool with you, I don't fool with you. I don't have to bring your name up. I don't talk to you. You could be out here butter and biscuiting and all of that by your damn self. You know what I mean? I just say I ain't got nothing to say just to keep my name out your mouth. You know what I mean? Because you know I don't fool with you. And as long as I don't have to be Candyman or the Boogeyman, I'm straight. I'm cool. But you go there, I'm going deeper. Sorry, Miss Roberta, but I'm going further with it. But they know who they are, and we don't talk. I don't talk to them. Cool. Have your little group sessions or whatever, and do your butter and biscuit on over there. I'm good. My bad. I went on a tangent. Y'all be giving me on my tangents. Puma Lee, good morning, good morning, good morning. CK Smith, good morning. Rashad Walker, good morning. Six of Truth, good morning, good morning, good morning. Junior Net, appreciate it. I did shout you out. Okay. I just want to make sure that I got everybody in here. Kendall Jordan, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, I just wanted to make sure that I shouted everybody out. But most definitely, shout out these magnificent people real quick before we get into this main subject up here. Let's go, man. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching, and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. All right. And again, thank you so very much to all of the crew members that have been holding it down for me. I really appreciate it in everything. And StreamYard has did a new thing now where if you ask a question in the chat, it'll actually kind of highlight it for us so we can make sure to get to your questions if you have a question for the chat. So kind of give you guys that heads up. You know, with that. So of course, anybody that's a member already got they got prioritized questions or whatever. So if you're a member, you'll get I would 9 times out of 10 go. I'm 10 out of 10 actually is highlight your question before anybody else. But yeah, just let me just say this is as much as everything has went on, right? As much as everything has went on, the worst thing we could do right now, and I'm gonna be real with you, is to sit up here and go tit for tat. For me to go tit for tat with another brother on this subject. And I'm gonna tell you why, right? Because if you don't fool with it, I'm just not fooling with you. If you get what I'm saying. Because T'Challa, the Black Panther, right, was so vital, not only to the storytelling of Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Marvel Comics, but he's vital to the little black boys and black girls who actually got to see a king on screen. A black man who's not shucking and jiving, who's not out here shoe booty and butter biscuiting and all of that. You catch what I'm saying? So, without Pam, ENT, make sure that y'all checking out my girl Pam. Pam be sending me stuff on TikTok, and I don't get on TikTok like I used to, and I be seeing some 5 days late. My bad, Pam. But you know, like if you don't, I'm starting to get into the realm where I just rode with my tribe. If you're not a part of the tribe, and you don't, I can understand disagreements, you know, showing at least empathy, showing understanding. You know, you don't got to roll with it, but I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I might not roll with that, but I do feel you, and I can't be mad at you. That's just the realm I am now. You know what I'm saying? But if you be a combative, I'm just going to diss myself for what you talking about. And when he came to recast the child, it's basically what it was. I mean, hell, let's be real. There was a civil war within people that was going super hard for recast T'Challa, and people who wasn't. People was challenging, you know, what E-Man was saying. You know, which is fair. It's fair, right? But it got to a point where it did get truly toxic. Truly toxic, and people just start picking sides. I've always been in the camp where I'm always going to recast T'Challa because I can see the force and not just this damn Sycamore. Sycamore's beautiful. Sycamore looks good. But this whole forest full of other things out here, but I'm focused on the Sycamore. No, I'm not. I might not, go with somebody and just start attacking that person's character. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to go that far. If you go that far, that's cool, but I won't. You see what I mean? I'm not going to take your character. I just think your take is asinine. You know what I'm saying? I think your take could, in the words of Nick Fury, I believe is a stupid ass take at a point. Sorry, Miss Roberta, but I got to say it this way. Because of everything that has been presented, right? Everything that's been presented when it comes to T'Challa from Marvel has been the most asinine, ass backwards silence of a character I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I've never seen, again, I have never seen in my life a studio go so hard to silence a character to the point which you don't want to recast them, all of that. And when you show examples of other people in said franchise that have died, or even in this instance, other voice actors, that character being voiced by other actors that wasn't the main one, people still want to complain, and it's weird. It's weird. And then people want to go hard for the company when you know damn well this same company just silenced Jimmy Kimmel. That same company, the subsidiary, ABC, is owned by who? Disney. Marvel is owned by who? Disney. Y'all don't see the correlation? You don't see the connection? So while we kept it so hard about what the studio's doing, who are the main ones we've been complaining about? Who's everybody been boycotting? Ever since everything that happened with Jimmy Kimmel, who they been boycotting? ABC, but ABC is owned by Disney, so in turn you got to boycott Disney. But when we was talking about recast T'Challa, people talking about no T'Challa, no dollar. Oh, we can't do that. Why would you do that? You can't do that. Why would you do that? Do you see what they're doing with the character? But then when it's somebody else, all of a sudden, I can't believe they did that. Let's boycott. We can't stand for this. This is a violation of free speech. Well, isn't this also a violation of another black actor getting a job because they're deifying an actor, which no studio have never done in the history of anything? Don't nobody, are y'all paying attention? Or y'all actually seeing what I'm talking about? So you can't complain about, oh, things are going on in America, and I'm a black man, and I hate the things that are going on in America as a black man. Things have been going on like this in America. We have continued to fight just to get it. But some people's rhetoric was, oh, the civil rights was the worst thing that ever happened to black America, and shit. Before that, man, things was going good during Jim Crow. That was a rhetoric of somebody that, just saying, just repeating what they're saying. But then we start talking about even just fighting for a damn character. And all of a sudden, we got people that look like me, that talk like me, that know the same struggles that I've been through, being the biggest obstacle. It's a shame. If you think about it, it's a damn shame. Buckmeister, with the $35, I forgot what they call it in South Africa, but you got it. I really hope my animation shorts goes viral. I really do, because maybe people would need to see that they're missing out on. Maybe they need an example of emotion. Hey, I hope they do too, brother. I really hope they do too. But what I also have is this for you.
Gang bang, gang bang, gang bang.
You are truly amazing.
Gang
Thank you for your super chat.
Gang bang, gang bang.
All right, thank you so very much for the super chat. What is up? Gray is up here, the admin Gray. What is up? What's up? And if you're checking out what Buckmeister is doing, just go to his X account and just follow him. I know that he has a YouTube channel also with his information on there too, so make sure that you check it out. But yeah, this has been wild. But what I'm gonna do is let me take a quick commercial break. You already know. Let me take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back with more of the Dre Max Show.
We'll be
right back. It's just your mama's raisin butter biscuits. That's all it is.
Not my mama biscuits.
Whoop they do.
Take a love to a biscuit, man.
Whoop they do.
Okay, so what happened is one time Randy Beeman went on a trip with his dad, and they picked up a lady who wanted to ride home, and this was in Kansas. And she sat in the back seat, and when they got where she wanted to go, they turned around and she was gone. And Randy Beeman's dad talked to the man who lived there and told him what the lady looked like. And the man said, "Oh, that's my wife, but she died 4 years ago." Spooky, huh? Okay, bye.
Whoop-dee-doo.
Good idea. Visiting the circus. Bad idea. Having the circus visit you.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. Let's transition real quick. Let's me pull up this article from Screen Rant that talks about why Chadwick Boseman's character was not recast. Give me just a second. Q is not a robot. Thank you so very much for the $10 super chat. If we not portrayed in a certain way, they don't want us to be portrayed. Then they got us brainwashed into accepting any representation of us. As long as we're represented, we need good representation. I do agree with you. We do have to, I also agree that we have to look at all facets of Black life too, and not just focus on just one, because if you don't focus on the other, we'll never grow from the other to get to where we want to be at. So I do agree with that. But you know what I also agree with? This super chat. Let's go.
Taste the biscuit.
Thank you.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
And that's another butter biscuit. Boy, that boy. Thank you so very much for the super chat, the $10 super chat. But that's another butter biscuit eating boy. Just buttery biscuit. I can't stand that dude. Anyway, all right, let's get to it. Shooting in the Game podcast. What's up? They said, "Good morning, Dre. I'm shocked that they didn't even bother using any of your chat." They're not. You know what? Do you know why they're not? Like, seriously, you know why they're not? Because it contradicts everything. Oh, but can't see my face. But it contradicts everything that your argument is. It literally contradicts everything that their argument is. And to carry along with the narrative that the studio put out, they just listen to the studio and not what the actual man said. But let's get to this real quick, and then I'm gonna get you MT's comments, and then get you guys up out of here, man. All right, Chadwick Boseman's Marvel character T'Challa won't be recast for the brand new MCU show Marvel Zombies, which comes out in 2 days. Whoop-de-doo. Because this is just so hard to get on. Like, 1 minute I'm like, man, okay, I'm back on board with what they're doing. The other minute I'm like, I can't take it. I can't take it no more. But it says the producer just explained the reason behind this major decision. Disney Plus had released multiple Marvel Cinematic Universe series in the recent years, including WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, Hawkeye, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, Agatha All Alone, Daredevil Born Again, and Ironheart. Disney Plus has also produced animated Marvel shows for the small screen, like What If and Eyes of Wakanda. The former, which tells the alternate timeline stories in the MCU, has already released 3 seasons, including an episode called What If Zombies. That is now at the center of the new spinoff called Marvel Zombies, which will release 4 episodes on September 24th, 2 days before my birthday. Whoop-de-doo. In an interview with Screen, I'm irritated. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm hella irritated with this mess. In an interview with Screen Rant's Ash Crossan, showrunner Brian Andrews and Marvel's executive Brad Winterbaum opened up about why Marvel Zombies decided not to recast Boseman after his death, despite T'Challa appearing in the animated series. Andrews admitted that if Boseman was still alive, that would have made completely different. they would have made completely different choices. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there and point out something. So, William Hurt, who died in 2021? Let me see. Give me just a second real quick because I want to just look this up. So, William Hurt passed away 2022, March 13th, 2022. Right? March 13th, 2022. Let me see. X-Men 97. I'm about to point something out to you where I could be able to poke a hole in the hypocrisy of what they're talking about. When it comes to this mess, we show you the hypocrisy. So, William Hurt died in 2022, right? Hold up. William Hurt died in 2022. In 2024, a little show called X-Men 97 came out, right? Guess whose character was characterized in X-Men 97? William Hurt's. His character of Thunderbolt Ross was characterized in X-Men 97 when Rogue so happened to be followed by, said character, which is Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, right? Do you know Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross was already a voice actor was already recast? Nobody said anything? Nothing? Zip? Zach? Nuda? Nothing? I don't even know what that last word meant. But nothing, right? Nobody said anything, right? Characters like Tony Stark, whose character died in Avengers Endgame, was voiced by a talented voice actor, right? Another talented voice actor. The character of Spider-Man, who technically in animation form is owned by Marvel. The animation portion is owned by Marvel. The movie rights is owned by Sony. I want y'all to keep that in mind. So Tom Holland didn't come in voice that character either, right? Because he's actually owned by said company Sony, means he would have been conflicting with the movies or whatever. So they got to work around. We're gonna recast him with another talented voice actor, right? But there was a recast, right? William Hurt recast. Other actors that didn't show up on set, recast. Another character has taken that character. Another talented voice actor has taken that person's spot, right? So when they talk about, if Chadwick was alive, it'd be different and this and the other, is a bunch of bullshiggity. It's bullshiggity. Why? Because William Hurt, was it fresh in the grave? Man died in 2022. They already recast him and started filming with Harrison Ford 2 years later. This is going to bring me up to MT's conversation that he was having with multiple people online. It's going to bring me up. But let's just get to what they're talking about. It says, however, under the current circumstances, the producer decided to have Peter Parker narrate a scene featuring T'Challa in a non-speaking role. So T'Challa, and now, mind you, as big of a fan I am of Marvel, I'm a bigger fan of Transformers, right? So we're just going to Bumblebee T'Challa, right? Do you want him to speak through the radio next? They probably didn't even want to do that. But narrate a scene featuring T'Challa in a non-speaking role, including T'Challa on Marvel Zombies, was a way for Andrews and all the producers and writers to be with him in some strange way. That's weird. You know why it's weird? Y'all don't know that man. Y'all don't know that man. So how are you connected? Do you feel, again, what did William Hurt do to not get the accolades that T'Challa did unless you're suppressing this? I'm trying to tell you, suppressing the character is a form of oppression because you don't let the character live, so you're suppressing him. So now other actors cannot get that role. You can cast a black man as Wonder Man, who's a white character in the comics, but the black guy, you're suppressing him, which is a form of oppression. People, it is oppression. Why? Because you're keeping another actor away from that character, played by that character, having that character keep going. Having an actor make money off of that character, building that character's legacy. They don't know that man. He came in and did some voice work. Y'all don't know that dude. Y'all act like y'all was at his house playing pickleball or something. Y'all don't know him. It feels like we're with him. So William Hurt ain't shit. Sorry, Miss Roberta, but I gotta say it like that. So William Hurt ain't nobody. That's not. He's a nothing burger, right? Harrison Ford. I'm talking about the man wasn't even fresh in the ground. They recast Harrison Ford to take his spot. You see the hypocrisy? But again, it's a form of oppression because when you keep black people away from roles, away from making money or making a legacy, that is oppression. Let me give you an example. If I keep you from a job, right? I work at a job. I die tomorrow, right? My job is prestigious. You get in my position, you can make it. You can make money. You can make a name for yourself. But my white co-workers stop you, black man, black woman, for getting in that position, right? For getting in that position. It's just a job. But if I keep you from that, you will never make a name for yourself. That is a form of oppression. That is what our history, this is one of the reasons our history, we fought so hard for it, because they have historically kept us from getting positions to be up here. Once we start getting up here, they suppress us down. And Chadwick Boseman's death was an easy way to suppress a character. So no one gets to the height of where that character could be at. If you don't see that, I don't know. I don't know. If you can't see that, I don't know. Again, you can blackwash us to a white character. You can make minor characters get prominent roles. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck. Nothing against Ironheart, but I would trade 10 Ironhearts right now for one T'Challa. Nothing against her. Nothing against Dominique Thorne. But she will understand where I'm coming from based on the significance of the character. And everybody wants to bring up Shuri. Well, Shuri's a Black Panther now. What have they done with the Black Panther being Shuri? And then when you tell these same people about Shuri, because they make you seem like you're misogynistic, they make you seem like you this, they try to shame you and all of that. Shuri was Black Panther for 9 panels. Let me reiterate. Shuri was the Black Panther for 9 panels. T'Challa has been the Black Panther since the 1960s, during the height of the civil rights movement. What are two things that's not equating right now? She is a place. She was just a place. Even in that storyline, she was just there because it completed the actual storyline. She wanted to be Black Panther so bad to get a Hudlin's run. Then when she finally got it, guess what? She couldn't handle it. Doom was coming. That's what Doom Wars is about. Doom came in there and was going to take all the vibranium, putting boosts to asses. It took T'Challa to make all the vibranium inert, so he wouldn't be able to get it. And then they kicked him out. And then he went on some other run and did some other stuff. But guess what? He came back. He was still Black Panther, regardless. And again, why can't we have two? Why can't we have two? Rhodey got to be alongside T'Challa. Kate Bishop Hawkeye got to be next to Clint Barton's Hawkeye. What is the difference between them and T'Challa and Shuri? Let me keep going because I'm getting excited. Let me keep going. But before I keep going, Q is out of robot had a $5 super chat. And he said, I keep saying it, like MJ said it best. They don't really care about us, but we keep letting them trick us into thinking they do. Absolutely. Facts. Facts. Let me make sure to take care of you right here.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
I mean, hell, everybody comes back in anime, but we can't get our character. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. However, the curve circle said, nah, speaking raw, okay, yeah. After all of this, this is still Boseman version of Black Panther, regardless of his death. Weird. Just weird. Winterbaum added that during the production of Marvel Zombies, the producers showed an early animated to Black Panther and Black Panther Wakanda Forever director Ryan. Look. Hey, y'all wonder why he out here tasting the biscuits? Y'all wonder why? Winterbaum I'm trying to tell you, they're going to keep putting Ryan Coogler in this. Right? They're going to continue to put Ryan Coogler in this. Winterbaum added that during production on Marvel Zombies, the producers showed an early animated to Black Panther and Black Panther were kind of forever director Ryan Coogler to get his feedback, and the filmmaker had some great ideas that greatly approved T'Challa's scene, but not putting a voice to him. Not putting a motherfucking voice to him, though. Because we're honoring Chadwick. This is literally, they're using the black man is being used, if he willfully knowing it or not, to suppress another black actor from getting the role. The showrunner also revealed that Boseman would have received his own Star-Lord T'Challa spinoff show that would have been, that would have made, Jesus Lord, that would have been made before Marvel Zombies, referencing the What If episode, What If T'Challa Became a Star-Lord. I'm not reading all of this because what Marvel Zombies refusing to recast Chadwick Boseman T'Challa means. Boseman tragically passed away in 2022 after receiving a 2016 colon cancer diagnosis. The entertainment industry and Marvel world was all right with the shocking news, which changed the trajectory of T'Challa within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, again, let me reiterate that he got the colon cancer diagnosis in 2016. So that means when he was on the set of Captain America Civil War, right? That means during that filming, he found out that he had cancer, right? He filmed Black Panther in 2018, and we all kind of looked at it, was like, he looks a little slimmer. I know I said it, for what he did in Civil War to where we was at in Black Panther, then Infinity War, Endgame, so on and so forth, right? Again, I'm going to reiterate this. If everybody that is just new, again, I'm going to continue to use this analogy. If Ryan Coogler, if this was my boy, this was this, that, and other, if he really knew T'Challa like that, he was his best friend, he was his buddy, he was his pal, why he didn't know about this cancer diagnosis in 2016? Why didn't Kevin Feige know? Why didn't Nate Moore know? Why didn't anybody know at Marvel if this was just your homie? This was everything that you needed. Why didn't they know? Ask yourself that question. Why was this a shock that rocked the Marvel Cinematic Universe? If this was just the greatest actor on the face of the planet, why wasn't he, what's up, Aisha? Why wasn't any of them aware of Chadwick Boseman's diagnosis? Think about it for a second. And like I said, if this was Ryan's dog, right? He should have been the first one to know because he knew a script was coming. He should have looked at Chadwick like, hey, man, I know you doing a new film, but because remember, he said he dropped the script off to Chadwick, right? And Chadwick thought he could beat it. Why you need to have a contingency plan put in place when you looked at Chadwick and Chadwick was like, he doesn't look good. When all of that, when that video that he did and he was really skinny and everything, oh, he's just losing all this weight for a role. Why you didn't question to make sure that the man was okay? Why haven't that conversation? Why haven't I heard? Yeah, so I reached out to Chadwick on that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like right after I dropped off the script, and when I looked at Chadwick, you know what I'm saying? Because that's my dog. I should have been like, hey, I asked him, hey man, you good? You cool? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, me being Ryan Coogler, and being his boy and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like I was looking at him and but he didn't say nothing. He was like, I'm gonna be good though, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real good. And I'm gonna be, I'll be at the set, I'll be ready. You know what I'm saying? After I film this movie and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'll be ready to be Black Panther and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got nothing to worry about though, because I got you. Why haven't we heard that conversation? Why hasn't any of that conversation ever came out? Where we understand that Ryan, was so understanding of the situation, instead of writing him I'm about to cuss, Miss Roberta, I'm about to cuss. Instead of writing him a junior and saying, y'all Negroes be happy with that. We're gonna continue Chadwick's legacy by making the damn Black Panther a baby daddy and have that character go through the same character arc as Killmonger. What? I put this on everything I love. Sometimes I wake up and I think I'm in a parallel universe. I just feel like I'm in a parallel universe. Because there's no way in hell that's supposed to be your homie. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't put everything together. You dropped the script off. You didn't ask the man, hey, man, you good? Because if it was me and that's my homie, I'm like, hey, man, baby, what's going on? Are you okay? You don't look good. Because that's what everybody and their mama said about Chadwick when we seen that video come out. It was like, Chadwick don't look that good. I hope he's okay. We said the same thing about 50 Cent. When he went out for that role, it was like, oh, he had to look like that for a movie role. Damn. But Ryan is so adamant to tell the story he want to tell. Butter Biscuit eating Nate Moore is so adamant about telling the story y'all want to tell the black folks that you're not looking at the optics. It's literally got to be some of the stupidest stuff I've ever seen. Andre Ware, thank you so very much for the $2 super chat. Nate Moore will be the new. I'm mad at that. I'm mad at that. But you know what I'm not mad of? that super chat.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
You wanna be my enemy.
Appreciate it. It's literally just the dumbest thing. But I told y'all the reason why. I keep telling y'all. Like I said, my tinfoil hat has always been that they were mad because they didn't tell. Chadwick refused to tell them about his cancer diagnosis because he thought he could beat it. That's one side, right? That's to Ryan. That's to Kevin. That's to all the executives over at Marvel. Because he didn't tell y'all, and y'all didn't put two and two together. That's one reason. Tinfoil hat. This is just full me tinfoil hat or tinfoil do-rag. What I'm calling it. That tinfoil hat is a tinfoil do-rag. That's one part of it, right? That's one part of it. The second part of it is him asking for more money, and I told y'all that. That article about him, they were going to replace him anyway with either Shuri or with Namor, because it was going to make Namor black. You know what I mean? I wonder how that would have went over with the black audience. Knowing that those are the people that jump from the ships and they end up being saved in Atlantis. I want to see how that would have went over with the black community with that one. Because the white community would have been in an uproar. But I told you, because he asked for more money after the success of Black Panther, Disney really wasn't going to fool with him, especially when Bob Chapek was in office. Oh, yeah. Nah. Wasn't going to deal with him. Let's finish this up real quick. Miss Roberta with the $2 super chat. Stop that cuss. Early birthday blessings. Thank you so very Thank you so very much for the $20 super chat, Miss Roberta. Look, I've been restraining myself. Did you know I won't restrain myself for this kung fu?
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
Thank you so very much. Over here fighting the biscuits. Thank you for the $70 or Bugmeister. I mean, they took my fan comic down. A fan comic I made no money, but I can't do fan art now. And people want T'Challa Jr. is going to destroy the entire franchise. Exactly. Exactamundo. You know what I mean? But you know what's exact? Because Marvel's still out here.
Gang banging, gang banging, gang banging.
Thank you so very much for that super chat. You guys are being a blessing for real, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's finish this up. And so we can get to this. But I'm just telling you, again, tinfoil do-rag is one, the cancer diagnosis wasn't told to Kevin, Ryan, or any of that, and they took it by surprise. And number two, he asked for more money. They wasn't fooling with him. So now they're literally suppressing the character and going to give you a friendly a family friendly version of a character with no daddy. A completely no daddy now, because that character died. So we're going to continue the character cycle of, I'm just saying. Anyway, while there were speculation that Marvel Studios might recast the role, that ultimately didn't happen. In its sequel, Wakanda Forever, hey, Wakanda Forever. The character T'Challa died. Shuri became the new Black Panther. Boseman voiced the character T'Challa on What If, with the series premieres after his death. Now T'Challa is back in the MCU via Marvel Zombies, so he won't have his speaker role. Instead, the producer writers have crafted this scene that acts as homage to Boseman without actually recasting him. That's stupid. It's weird. If Marvel had recast the late actor for zombies, there likely would have been a lot of criticism from fans with the recasting seeing how this is the cap again. Here it is. That is the narrative. That's the narrative that they push. That is the narrative. How? It's been 5 freaking years. Literally, it's been 5 years. How was recasting any disrespect when you had Harrison Ford take over for the... literally, what universe am I living in? What universe am I living in where Harrison Ford can take over William Hurt 2 years after this man died, but we can't get to T'Challa because that's disrespectful? Ray Stevenson died, and they asked his widow, what do you think we should do? Here's his friend who want to take over for him. Cool, recast. But when it comes to T'Challa, it's just all of, I'm trying to tell you, it is oppression. That is literally the form of oppression right there. They're literally telling you, and they're using rhetoric to push the oppression. They're saying, we're going to get mad about it. No, we want to see the character continue. Just like when Christopher Reeves was literally in a wheelchair. They still had 3 other projects, Superman projects that happened after that. 3 other projects that happened after Christopher Reeves was in a wheelchair from his accident. Superboy, Lois and Clark, Smallville. And before he died, he was in Smallville. And then after he died, Superman Returns. Then after that, Man of Steel. Then after that, they did another Superman show. And then they got another Superman. And to me, his Christopher Reeve's portrayal of Superman is way more iconic than T'Challa's. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it a buck. Because when you think of Superman, especially if you grew up either if you're a 70s, 80s, or even maybe a 90s kid, your Superman was him. Until Superman Returns come around. But guess who he's playing? That version of Superman. So what did they do? They recast. Y'all see what I'm talking about, man? This is literally the... All right, let's get their take. When Marvel Zombies premieres on the 24th, fans should watch out for T'Challa's appearance. Why? He ain't gonna say nothing, so it doesn't even matter. I don't even care about your take. I don't. So let's get to MT's take. So if MT ever watches this, you know, sorry for the delay, but here we go. This is now Chief Wakil actually made the recast T'Challa song for E-Man. That song, the video that they cut is on my TikTok. But he's a KC native. Never met him, but he's a KC native. So he posts, and I just wanted to repost this because I seen it over the weekend. I'm sitting there shaking my head. Now let me see. Now I actually watch you on Heavy Spoilers and used to watch you on New Rock Stars, but honestly, you often have poor takes. This is just the takes on T'Challa, and you only really respond to people even true recast supporters disagree with because they have their own agenda. You should just drop speaking on it. So this is what he said. Like, God forbid a MF be patient when it comes to T'Challa's recasting. 5 years, MT. 5 years, bro. 5 years. Now, I understand maybe in the first couple, but where's that same energy for William Hurt, MT? So I'm asking. This is me debating you. I don't know you from a bag of grapes. I don't know you. If you can sit next to me tomorrow and I would know you from YouTube, but I don't know you personally. That's it. So this is just on your take, big dog. Not you. I don't know you. This is your take, right? Give me just a second real quick. Somebody give Mr. Telephone Man on the line, because there's something wrong with my line. Because I would love to have this debate. I would love to have this debate. As someone who was preaching Black Panther's dopeness online to doubters before he even got popular in the MCU, I get the want to have him back ASAP. So this is him empathizing, because this is what he said. But the man literally died. Again, William Hurt died. They recast him immediately. They recast him. One of the biggest, stars of, of this in Hollywood with William Hurt. I mean, with William Hurt, with Harrison Ford, right? Nobody had a problem with that. And William Hurt got into the MCU as the main protagonist. And I keep having to say this. In movies, you have an antagonist and a protagonist. The protagonist has to have somebody to go against, so the story is complete. Right? So, Die Hard. You had Bruce Willis, and you have my man that plays Severus Snape. That was the attack. The antagonist is just as big as the protagonist. Michael B. Jordan playing Killmonger is just as big of an antagonist, right? Just as big as an antagonist as the protagonist is T'Challa, played by Chadwick Boseman. Let me give you another one. Joker. Heath Ledger's character died. I mean, Heath Ledger died in real life. They stopped Warner Brothers for making more Joker stuff. Within 5 years, MT. Matter of fact, just to prove to you the timeline. Now, you can say, well, that was in another universe. It's still motherfucking DC. It doesn't matter. When you see the Joker, you don't care what iteration it is, it's the Joker. Right? It's still the Joker. All right. Let's just pull this up real quick. Because, again, I'm always going to bring receipts. I'm always going to bring receipts to prove my points. Now, Heath Ledger, spelled his name wrong, but it's okay. So Heath Ledger died in January 2008. Let's just see when the next project, because I believe the next project to have a Joker was Suicide Squad. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Well, let's just see. Let's just take that out. All right, hold on. Nope, not that crap. So the next iteration of the Joker in live action was the Suicide Squad. But in 2000, I'm trying to get a timeline. But in 2008, when he died, let me see. That still didn't stop Warner Brothers from making more iterations of the Joker. They did not suppress the Joker. They did not silence the Joker. Even though Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker is iconic, Mark Hamill still voiced the Joker. And there was still my thing is there was still a Joker. No matter what. And I'm just looking at projects after 2008. Projects after 2008, 2010. Let me see. 2014, 2016, 2016, 2016, 2012. Let me see. 2013. But in live action, it was the Suicide Squad. And then they made more Joker movies. And these are all the people who will play a version. Hold on. Yeah. These are all the people who played a version of said Joker. Right? These are all the people who played a version of the Joker. After Heath Ledger, it was Jared Leto. Right? Then after Jared Leto, it was my guy from the Eternals, because he had the cameo at the end of the Batman. So there's still a Joker in that universe. So to tell someone to be patient, to me, is ridiculous, because it did not stop Warner Brothers for continually having the Joker on film. There are deep feelings of grief involved that we as consumers would never understand because we didn't know Chadwick personally. Well, let me tell you, MT, I don't think they knew him either. Because again, if they knew him personally, wouldn't they would have knew about his character diagnosis? That's all I'm saying. Wouldn't have knew? Wouldn't they would have had a contingency program in effect, knowing this guy, something might happen to him, so let me make sure to have an actor waiting in the wings, because normally that's what we normally do. As actors, this is just a job. This is just a job. The show, the mantra of Hollywood is your show must go on. But to continue to suppress the character in all forms of media, and you're not addressing that part, is weird. This hurry up recast mentality is borderline psychopathic, in my opinion. You can also say suppressing the character is also psychopathic also. Because why would we want to have the character on screen? Why was it okay for Marvel not to show the same love and respect to William Hurt, who died of cancer, who had a more extensive body of work in Marvel more than Chadwick Boseman did? Why didn't they have the same? You can't answer that, though. I mean, you're not here, so you can't answer that there. But it was 5 years ago. You ever had someone close to you die years ago? The pain lingers. That's the goddamn empathy. Well, why didn't they have the same empathy for William Hurt? Why did Brian O'Connor's character continue still in the Fast and the Furious franchise, where now they're getting ready to have his character be played by his brother? Like, to this day, Kevin Feige's Twitter is still dedicated to Chadwick. Kevin loved that man because he was an amazing soul. But if he was an amazing soul, right, why didn't he know about his cancer diagnosis? If he was an amazing soul, why didn't they pay the man? Because the only way that you can show me that you appreciate me is pay me, or pay me no never mind. And to continue to use the same rhetoric as to replace a friend that meaningful is hard, then why did they do it why did Nate Moore get so excited about William Hurt being replaced by Harrison Ford? So again, if there's a duality there, because this is literally what we've seen in the MCU. One person is being deified. Why? To suppress the character. They don't do that with nobody else. It is a form of oppression. While they're masking it as we're honoring a friend, MT. You don't see that? This is the same company that literally owns ABC that bent the knee to the president and got a man fired from his job. And you think you think Marvel will bend the knee to the executives who didn't even want this product, didn't even want Black Panther in here in the first place? Need I remind you, MT, that there was literally people on the board of directors saying, there was investors literally saying, why do I have to have why do I have to have an all-black show? Why do I have to watch an all-black movie? I don't have no problem with women, but this all-black thing is just too much for me. And you think that they have good intentions by suppressing this character? I'm sorry, not to get political, but this is what some of our allies do. They give you all this word salad to tell you how everything is all good and this is just to honor and this is this and this is this and that and yada 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 yada, while stopping the flow of a character to be extended literally to the heights of what these other people are at. Where the Batmans, the Supermans, Spider-Mans, Jokers, and whoever else you want to put up there. But he was a friend. I guarantee you, if White Tiger would have got popular, the male version of White Tiger, I guarantee you they would have recast him in a heartbeat to get the male version of White Tiger up there. But since it's predominantly used by the I believe it's the sister, I believe, in the comics, well, we could just do that. We don't even need to recast the male version because the sister, it's already in the comics. Not with T'Challa. T'Challa comics kept going. Why does the character on film need to stop? That's the question. And look. This is the MCU is Kevin Feige's playground. To replace a friend that meaningful is hard, especially for Ryan Coogler. For years, I've been extremely frustrated with the internet's selfish blindness to shit like this. Everyone heals different speeds and different ways. If you want T'Challa right now, go read a goddamn comic. Wouldn't your internet selfishness be kind of not showing the empathy that you showed earlier by telling people to go read a guy? So, hey, they got something for you. Go read a goddamn book. If you want something so bad, go read the book. You can't have the character back. Go read a goddamn comic. Well, those people, MT, that's reading the goddamn comic is the same people that the reason why they're on that character's on screen right now. Because they read the goddamn comic. And they want to see their character on screen like everybody else. Just like we was having conversation about why is Shia LaBeouf there in this Fantastic Four. I'm like, that Fantastic Four don't even live in our universe. Let them destroy that character so when Norman Rad gets here, that's the character we got going forward. Because nobody cares about that character. I get it, but why would you want to keep that character from another universe suppressed? We already know that Fantastic Four is going to be there. Well, let that character stay over in that universe. They're going to destroy it anyway. And then why this universe can have that Norman Rad. If we could get to introduce properly to the Norman Rad that we know and love. That makes more sense. But to have character after character after character get recast, actors die and literally get recast and tell everybody if you want, why were you frustrated with the internet selfishness of this? It's not blindness. They don't know him. They don't know him. They don't know him. Because if they did, they would have knew the diagnosis coming. It wouldn't have been a shock to everybody. Just saying. I'm literally just saying, I don't get it. To me, it's weird. It's weird. But let me take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more of the Dre Max Show.
Knight Rider will continue in a moment.
Them biscuits I smell, Mom.
That's my Hungry Jack. Tommy takes one of them. Them my mama biscuits. Them my mama biscuits.
Switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Does a 10-pound bag of flour make a really big biscuit?
All right. Like I said, with the climate that's going on now and the suppression of even free speech, expressing yourself, this is literally like, and I'm not, you know what's crazy? I'm not mad at what MT is saying. Frustrated. Because you're going so hard on their rhetoric, but not understanding the other side of that. Not really, truly understanding that. Not saying, you know what? Let me kind of get into the mind frame of what these guys are saying. You know what I mean? Let me get into the mind frame of what these guys are saying, because I get it. I get it. These guys want their character back. Marvel said they're still grieving. You can't tell anybody how long to grieve. You're right. You can't. But do you not see how weird this is compared to every... That's what I want you to do, MT, is start putting the breadcrumbs together. And start seeing the difference between how they treated William Hurt and how they treated Chadwick Boseman. How they couldn't wait to, get Harrison Ford on board, because it's Harrison Ford. It's Harrison freaking Ford. Who wouldn't want that? But just like how I feel about Harrison Ford, how great of an actor he is, I feel the same way about Aldous Hodge, because he'd be a perfect T'Challa. I think he'd be great. But if we keep suppressing the character with rhetoric, how the hell would we ever know? They kept him out of X-Men 97. Like, what are you doing? It's the way that Marvel is doing it. It's weird. And to continue to fight for a company who literally do not care about your characters or nothing like that. They don't care about your character. Why are you talking about, I was championing him before everybody was jumping on board? Then you should be even more pressed to make sure that that character comes back in a certain way, to tell somebody go read a comic and shut up. Basically, shut up and read your comic and be patient. Just dog whistling. It's a dog whistling tactic. Like Chief Will Kill said, hey, look, I wouldn't even talk about it. I'll let y'all have it. I'll let you have it, big dog, because I don't know what Marvel's going to do. I don't know what Marvel's going to do. But instead of fighting for the company who literally is, I don't know, oppressing the character anyway in all forms of media, telling us to shut up and just take it or go read a comic, it's a dog whistling tactic, big dog. Like Grace said, shut up and dribble. Why are you arguing for a character? Go shut up, go dribble, go do what you do, but shut up. You know what I mean? But again, I would love to debate you, MT. We could debate about it. You got your views, I got my views. We debate about it. Would agree to disagree, or you come on my side. I'm not coming over on yours. Because I already see what Disney and ABC and everything is doing, which is just bending the knee to all of this, and you think about the cap, you think I'm about to put on a cape and save this company? Nah, big dog. I'm good. I'm completely good, big dog. You could do it, but I'm not.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Thank you so very much for tuning in to this episode of the Dre Mack Show. What did you guys think about what MT is saying? Did you think I'm wrong? You know, put it in the comment section and let me know what you guys think. Like I said, my final thoughts is I'm watching YouTube. I'm watching YouTube content, not watching ABC or what they got going on. It's just me. And I mean, my birthday is coming up this Friday. I'm not watching Marvel Zombies. You can keep that. I want to watch it for Blade, but even what they got going on with him, guess what they did? They recast his voice. Let me get up out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, man. Enjoy the rest of your money. Where's my outro at? This is just too much. But I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.